So it looks like this Michigan Spygate incident continues to get more and more severe as we look at the incoming information that we've gotten about Connor Stallions, about the University of Michigan, what they've been polling, what they've been into, some of the stuff that's been going on. It's kind of seemed kind of ridiculous from a sense at this point, where we've been getting this information from all across the country. That Michigan has cheated and all that. And a lot of people are saying they're holding back, saying this isn't a big deal. They're not really understanding the severe this is, how big of a deal this is, what this could mean. And I think it could be catastrophic for Michigan if it is as bad as I think it could get to. Because you have to understand, before you even go into any of this, although it was a slight allegation with Jim Harbaugh and what even was going on with the hamburger situation with the recruiter, whatever that is, that is still under investigation. They already have an investigation going on against Michigan. Now you add this to it, and this seems just kind of crooked at this point. And the only thing that you can do here, if you're Michigan at this point, you have to prove that everybody else is doing it. Which, are other people out there possibly doing this? Maybe. I find it harder to believe that there's a lot of other people doing this. And I also find it really bad for Michigan's case that they've actually been winning all these games since they've been doing it. Like, it would make, if it was the reason that OSU was losing to, like last year. Last year, it looked as if that was OSU's team. You had CJ Stroud. They were playing well up to it. Even the year before, they had just beaten Michigan State like 63-7 before. Everything was looking good. Everything was looking in front of them. And then just something happened. They couldn't move the ball against the defense. It was weird. It was odd. It didn't make a whole lot of sense. And you kind of ask yourself, what is going on? What is going on? But in the beginning of the game, maybe not the first one, but the second one, it was like a closer battle. It was a closer game. And you're like, why did this just become a blowout? Was it because they knew their play calls? I don't know. As an Ohio State fan, I'm cured to hear this news that Michigan's going through this. I think they're a bunch of cheaters, but you got to look at it from a logical side. The only thing that they can do at this point to make this a little bit better is that you have to find a way to prove that everybody else is doing it. I don't think they're going to be able to do that at this point. It doesn't look like it to me at all. And now they're getting reports in that he bought tickets to the SEC title games 21-22. Mind you, the thing that's really a kicker for them is the years that they've been good, or the years that they've apparently been doing this, which is just like... if you're going to have to cheat to win, why even do it at that point? And of course it hits them at this year where it looks like they're an unstoppable team and all this and all that. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think anything's going to happen in the middle of the year. Or at least it doesn't seem likely that anything's going to happen in the middle of the year. I'd be shocked if it did. But, something's going to happen. Jim Harbaugh's probably going to be gone after this. Probably not a firing, but I think that he's going to go to the NFL or something after this. Will it derail Michigan? I hope. But you never really know. They might win it all. The question is going to be, what are the punishments going to be? Because it looks like they have a lot of evidence on him. He bought tickets to two sides of games. He had the ticket to this Penn State-Ohio State game coming up. If you look at the Ohio State game, there's footage of Stallion just standing next to the offensive coordinator when OSU was on offense. Standing next to the defensive coordinator when OSU was on offense. Standing next to the defensive coordinator when OSU was on offense. There's definitely a hand to be played here. He's only making $55K a year thing. Also makes no sense to me. That's ridiculous. Because there's no way that with that salary, mind you cut that with taxes, he's making 40. He does not have enough money to go to all these games, especially not the SEC championship games and all this. And he wouldn't have the money. He wouldn't have the money to do it. So that's why at this point, it doesn't look good for them, which, like I said, as an Ohio State fan, that's great to hear, but you have to assess, like, all the stuff that's going on. It seems crooked. It seems crooked to me. Maybe they'll come out with something else, but for now, that's all I got on it. We'll see him at the game.